You know what they say about Los Angeles? It's the land where dreams come true, and buildings are apparently professional catfish. I just discovered that even the architecture in LA is acting, and honestly, I'm not even surprised anymore. So I recently escaped the Midwest to attend my buddy's wedding in Los Angeles, and let me tell you, any excuse to trade cornfields for palm trees is a win in my book generally. As long as I'm not moving there and just visiting. But I'm staying in Santa Monica, living my best coastal elite life for exactly 72 hours before reality drags me back to casserole country. But here's where things get interesting, and by interesting I mean, wait, what the actual hell is happening here? I'm riding in my Uber, probably paying $40 to go 3 blocks because that's how LA rolls when you have a maximum speed limit of about 3 miles an hour, when I spot this really nice looking office building. You know, the type retail shops on the ground floor, and then these beautiful mirrored glass windows stretching up what looks like 4, maybe 5 stories. Very professional, I definitely have my life together, and my LinkedIn profile is immaculate. So I'm walking by this building the next day, probably looking for overpriced avocado toast because when in Rome, right? And that's when I notice something that makes me question everything I thought I knew about reality. Those gorgeous glass windows, those impressive upper floors, yeah, they're faker than a reality TV show romance. The building had pulled a straight-up Disney-level magic trick on me. What I thought was a sophisticated multi-story office complex was actually just a one-story strip mall wearing a really convincing tuxedo t-shirt. The entire upper facade was completely fake, just glass and mirrors creating the illusion of floors that don't exist. Now, I've got to give them credit for the execution. This wasn't some half-hearted attempt at architectural deception. This was full commitment to the bit. I'm talking Oscar-worthy performance from a building that's essentially catfishing the entire neighborhood. But here's what really gets me thinking. And you know how dangerous that can be, especially for as few. This whole experience was like finding out that your sophisticated college professor is actually 3 kids in a trench coat. Impressive, absolutely. Slightly disturbing, absolutely. But you know what? I respect the hustle in a city where everyone's trying to make it big. Even the buildings out here have fake headshots and inflated resumes. This strip mall looked at the competition and said, you know what? I'm not going to let my single-story status hold me back. I'm going to manifest some extra floors and live my own truth. And apparently it worked. For a solid 2 days, I was completely convinced I was looking at a legitimate multi-story building. The facade had me fooled harder than a magic show at a kid's party. So the next time you're walking around any city, not just LA, take a closer look at the buildings. Because apparently, architectural catfishing is a thing, and we're all potential victims. That impressive office complex might just be a really confident strip mall with commitment issues and a really good contractor.